Are you putting hoodies on the cats?
Maybe.
He's gonna look so cute. You look so adorable.
Oh. Come here. Oh. Oh my goodness.
I hate my life.
Aw, memes.
Look at your little hood. It's so cute.
Welcome back to part 2, guys, to the office build. Today we're going to be doing a lot more stuff to the gaming setup. Yes, Josh, you're going to tell them what we're going to do?
We're going to do some more stuff. So we've got some of these panels that we showed you in the last episode. Naynay's probably going to grab them. These are going to be going on the backboard today. We've also got to put the wallpaper on some of the worktops. Hopefully we'll have enough, but we'll see. What else are we going to do?
That.
And also we're probably going to be putting some nano leaf panels up on the top as well, just to complete that. Let's get started. But first, Naynay's going to tell you guys what we've got to do on this side of the room.
So this is going to be our dedicated wham.
Dedicated wham.
So this is going to be our dedicated space for building PCs or doing any kind of projects. We even built this really cool turntable for when we're working on our PCs, because the best or the worst thing that you can possibly do when you're building a PC is constantly picking it up and turning it. So basically what we got is a Lazy Susan, and we're gonna super glue this top to it that we made and we cover with the same concrete, and then you can just work on it and do all our PC stuff.
We'll put a link in the description to this, by the way, if you want to check it out.
Yeah, and then over here, I decided to add on this lip, I guess you would call it, just so that we had a place that we could tuck our chairs under. And check out these awesome chairs that we picked up on Amazon. Surprisingly, they actually sent us 2 of them by mistake. We only ordered 1, but they sent us 2, and that worked out perfectly because now we both can sit over here.
Yeah, it worked out like $30 a chair or something ridiculous.
Yeah. And then this is just where we keep all of our screws and stuff for PC building or whatever we want put in there, like extra fan hubs. And
yeah, we need to finish labeling this up because we picked up this thing the other day, which is a label printer. So yeah, we need to finish sticking the labels on all of these PC screws and stuff. And we also put up these panels. So yeah, we ran them up to the wall just to kind of match the rest of the setup.
And then we also have the shelving units that's going to go above these shelves, and it's going to go here, and then it's also going to go here. We used to have a shelf that was here, but we had to fill in these holes and we took it down. So hopefully the new shelf will cover that, and then it will kind of make this place look more uniform and put together.
But anyway, let's get back to this side of the room. So we've got these panels to install, and we're going to actually have to cut some of them because, as you can see, they are not flat on the edges. Now this doesn't matter for this part of the room because we are going to be having like a tube that covers this, so that won't be an issue. But if we grab another one of these, you can see here they're basically just going to stack on top, and then I think we have room for like nearly 3/4 of a panel, and I actually used an X-Acto knife last time to cut through these because you can see they just kind of snap apart like that, but when you put them together they're totally seamless. So we've got a little bit of X-Acto knife action to be doing, we've got a bit of table saw stuff to do as well, so let's get started.
For some reason, I'm not sure why, but this wallpaper comes with like this unicorn sticker of all things. Why? Why?
I want a unicorn sticker where it can hide underneath.
We'll hide it under the panels.
Only you guys will know it's there.
But first, before we put the wall panels on, we need to put the wallpaper on first, because these panels, since they're not flat and they have like these little indents here, it's going to be really hard if we try and wallpaper while these are already on. So we're going to go ahead and put this on first.
Finley, on a scale of 1 to 10, how doggo are you feeling today? So I've just cut the piece of concrete wallpaper. Naynay is just getting the first part ready to stick down right there, and then we're gonna get rid of all the air bubbles and make it look smooth. So I've just installed the concrete wallpaper. It looks awesome. We've got to run the X-Acto knife along it in just a second, but as you guys can see, looking super nice. We got rid of all the air bubbles as well. As you can see, Naynay likes to steal my socks. X-Acto knifing is finished. Naynay managed to get the edge nice and clean, as you guys saw. So the next step is to apply binding to the front of this, which we need the iron for, so we can put it on, and then it will make the front of it look white instead of just plain wood. So I'd not actually seen this binding stuff before. Naynay, do you want to explain what it is?
So basically this is just wood finisher vinyl for the edge parts, and all you really need is something that's hot. You could use an iron, you could use a straight iron, whatever works, and then you just put it on there and it heats it up because there's glue adhesive on the other side, and then you slowly just work your way through it, and then it sticks to the front of it, and then it looks finished.
That's pretty cool. All finished. What do you think, Naynay?
I think it looks great. So if you guys come over and look at what these panels are gonna look like up against the concrete, they definitely contrast with each other very well. It gives that industrial look that we're going for.
Yeah, looks super clean.
3 days later.
So welcome back. It's been a few days. We've got a few things to update you on. First of all, you can probably tell I've had a haircut.
It looks very nice, looks very nice. It took me a while to get him to finally get one, but we did.
Yes, we did. Second of all, we've managed to put the wallpaper on the worktop. So that came through. So we've put it on this desk over here.
And then the one over here.
And also on that one as well. And thirdly, we've got to address this thing. So Naynay, if you want to maybe tell them what's going on with it.
So originally we weren't planning on doing a lit RGB headboard, but the other day we were sitting in our office and we're like, what could we do that's different that we haven't seen anybody else do? So we decided to poke out individual hexagons and then run LED light strips behind it and light them from within so that you have this glow effect. It looks really cool. I wasn't expecting it to turn out this well. We didn't have an idea of how we were going to do this, which is why we didn't film doing it the first time, because we had to think about how we were going to execute this. But we figured it out, and we're going to show you how to do it on the other side. So if you guys want to do this for your own gaming setups at home, you'll be able to do that and take what we did and turn it into your own style.
So here's what it looks like without the board. So as you can see, this is the original backboard that Rick installed for us. We actually put some white wallpaper or sticky back plastic on this just to reflect the LEDs a bit better. We've also got these wooden beams here, which is what this new backboard sits on, and we basically have like a little gap, which is where the LEDs shine through. So I'll grab the new board, which is here, and as you can see, it basically just slots under like that. And then what we're going to be doing, which we'll show you in just a second, is putting these hexagons on, deciding where we want holes cut out, cutting out the holes, and then we've also got some like diffusion strips that we made, or diffusion circles. So let's do that now. So what Naynay's doing right now is basically marking where we want the hexagon cutouts, and then once we've decided where we want them, we basically take this, we grab an X-Acto knife, cut out the little hexagons, and then we mark on the board where we want the holes, and then we cut it out. Yeah, so as you can see, I'm just using the X-Acto knife to go between the hexagons. Oops. It just pops right out. Now, if you're wondering what's going on with this middle section, we've got to leave a couple of these empty because we don't want to end up sticking the two boards together, because we've got to take this down and put LED strips behind it once we've done the holes. But anyway, as you can see, Naynay has marked the holes where they're going to be drilled, so let's drill them out.
Hey, baby.
Alright guys, so we're finally done. You probably saw from the time lapse there that it took a while. So we've managed to cut out all of the holes for the LEDs to shine through. You can see these right here, so we need to backlight those in a few minutes. This gap right here is where the TV is going to be going. So we've got to screw a wall mount into here once all the rest of it's done. So TV is going to go there. You'll also notice there's a couple of extra spaces here. These are for screw holes so that we can screw the backboard down to the wood behind it. So yeah, we're going to take this whole backboard off now, flip it round. We'll show you how we're going to do like the little diffusion strips that we're putting in behind here, and also installing the actual LEDs.
All right guys, so we just finished putting up the wood beams. Now there's two purposes to these beams. They're gonna help us run the LED light strips, and we're gonna run them all the way around in a circle, and then we're gonna have the next strip start up here on the top and then one on the bottom, so that it evenly lights the panel in the back so that you can have these glowing hexagons. The second reason that these are gonna be useful is because we're gonna be able to screw the front of the headboard directly into this, and it's gonna give it better support.
Yeah, we also had to trial and error the lighting a bit, because initially we just used one LED strip, but it wasn't evenly lighting all of the hexagons, so that's why we added the second beam and then a second kit. So there's 2 LED kits per half of this headboard. Yeah, I guess you could get away with just having one long LED strip, but these Gobi ones come with 2 rolls that run off like one power supply, so it's just kind of easier having 2 separate rolls because you can just run them separately.
And then also it allows you to control both of the strips, and you can change the different colors. So one strip can be this color and the other strip can be that color. So it allows for different colors and different RGB effects.
It looks pretty sick.
And of course, for the LED light strips we're going to be using today, we're using a Gobi. From Josh and I's perspective, Gobi is hands down one of the best LED light strips that you can get on the market, and especially at the price range that you can get them. Get these instead of getting the LED light strips from Philips Hue.
Yeah, these have every single feature you need. They have Alexa, and they're also full rainbow control as well, so you can have like rainbow waves all day long.
If you want these lights, the link will be in the description down below.
Yeah, so Naynay's just putting the first strip on right now, so that one's gonna go around the edge, and then the second one is gonna go in the middle. We have light, check it out. Yeah, so LED strips are installed now. We've got them around the outside and around the inside as well. Looks a little bit weird how it runs down here, but trust me, it's gonna work out just fine. I brought you some cookies.
Oh, the frosted cookies.
Yes, the frosted cookies. We made these yesterday, guys. I'll put some footage up on screen now of Naynay spray painting these, but basically they're just acrylic discs that you can pick up off Amazon. I'll put a link in the description. And then we just sprayed them with this spray-on frosting stuff, which, as you can see, diffuses the light rather nicely. So all the discs are installed, now we can get it put back up. So it's nearly 3 AM right now, but as you can see, we are pretty much finished. There's a couple of areas like over here, we've got to run a couple of these strips on the table saw in the morning tomorrow, but for the most part, it is all finished and it looks absolutely awesome. Really happy with it. Let me know what you think to it down below in the comments. We're also going to be running some LED tubing, like neon tubing, along this bottom piece as well, so you're not going to see any of that. And also, we mounted the TV right here, so yeah, I'll take a step back for you guys, and Naynay, if you want to grab the lights. Yeah, that's what it looks like in the dark. I know you guys probably can't see much, but it just looks so cool in person. We've got all of the hexagons right here. So as you can see, they're doing like a rainbow wave effect at the moment. But yeah, it gives a really nice ambience to the entire room.
The next day.
Welcome back, guys, to the next day. Last night, Josh and I were up all night working on the headboard, drilling the holes, doing the RGB lighting, and I'm so glad that we finished it. It turned out great. The RGB lighting looks amazing at night. I'll make sure that we do some more photos and videos for you guys so you can see a better quality. I know sometimes taking video at night, it's hard to see what it really looks like in person. But we woke up early this morning. We started working on the other part of our office that you can see behind me. This is going to be dedicated to building PCs or doing unboxings of little items or anything that we want to do when it comes to tinkering and building stuff. So I'm going to take you around. I'm going to show you everything and explain what we did. And I think it turned out really good. All right, guys, let's get started over here in this corner first. So this is our 25-inch Alienware monitor, and we decided to mount this here because it's always nice to have a monitor close by when you're building a PC so that you can check all the software and make sure that everything on the PC is running correctly. And then under it, we decided to put this battery powered station where we're gonna drill holes and plug in all of our batteries for our cameras, for our everyday battery use. Anything that we need to charge, this is going to be the charging dock. And the great thing about this stand that we bought from Lowe's, it has USB ports as well as regular plug-ins. So anything that we need to plug in directly from here, we'll be able to do right there. So that worked out great. Now moving on to the workbench, a lot of people will probably ask about this desk mat. This desk mat came from Bitwit. He actually did this as a cyberpunk theme and I was able to snag one of these. Love you, Bitwit. But we decided to take a few of the cyberpunk little stickers and little gifts that we got in our cyberpunk release box and just kind of put them around and decorate it and go for that cyberpunk theme that we were talking about. And then this is where we're keeping like all of our tools that we usually use all the time, so they're just easy to grab. And over here, this is going to be for like all of our extra fan hubs and screws, and I think we've showed you guys this before. And then up here we have all of our graphics card boxes and our CPU boxes. We have a bunch more, but I think they're in storage at the moment and we'll have to get them out sooner or later. But I'm really happy with how this area turned out. It definitely gives me that industrial cyberpunk vibe that we were going for, and it's going to be great to work in.
Alright guys, so that'll do it for part 2 of building the ultimate setup with Naynay. Now we still have quite a lot of work to do. In fact, we have 2 more parts for you guys, part 3 and part 4. So Naynay, if you want to maybe tell them what's going on in part 3.
Yeah, in part 3, we're going to be putting up the monitors on our desks, and we're also going to do an unboxing of the monitors as well because they're from Alienware, and Alienware was kind enough to send Josh out 2 new 27-inch monitors.
1440p,
yeah.
240 hertz, which is pretty crazy.
So very grateful for that. And also in that video, we're going to do cable management, so you'll get to come along with us and do that as well.
And in part number 4, we're going to be doing all of the lighting, so the LED strips. We've also got to create some neon tubing that I mentioned earlier, which not sure how we're going to do that yet, but we'll bring you guys along for the journey. So yeah, make sure you stay tuned for all the new content. Get yourself subscribed if you're not already.
And if you guys like the video, give it a big thumbs up. It definitely helps us out in the future to bring you guys more content.
If you want to catch us on social media, you can follow me at Tesseract on all platforms and Naynay at
Brittnaynay3.
But yeah, thanks for watching guys. We'll catch you all in the next one.